on the negative aspect in terms of reaction, Man Industries. As we know, Sebi has barred Man Industries and the top executives for 2 years over alleged fund diversion. The stock is down nearly 14%. Nikhil Mansukhani, Managing Director of Man Industries, exclusively joins us on NDTV Profit. Nikhil, good morning. If you could first help us understand what has exactly gone wrong, because Sebi coming and barring the company and 2 executives for 2 years over alleged fund diversion, what would this actually mean?
So let me bring the clear perspective on this. This Sebi order is a long-standing order. It was of the past history of 2015 to 2021. Sebi did their entire survey, and this order has been pending since almost now 4 to 5 years. In fact, the company took a call to get it adjudicated, and Sebi passed an order with a minimal penalty, which is hardly 25 lakh rupees on the company. The company getting restricted from trading in day-to-day in other companies doesn't bother, because it does not really, that's not our day-to-day business. So honestly, it's important that this was a legacy issue. It's been overhanging over the company for the last 10 years. And we are glad that it is, in whichever way it is completed and disposed of. The company, obviously, regarding the barring and everything, is taking whatever legal remedy which will be required to be done. But we feel that this was required because it's been very, very long. It was of the 2000 eras, 2015 eras, which I wasn't a part of completely. And it had to be done. We were waiting since a long time. And this does not impact the company's operations, day-to-day operations of any act altogether. In fact, the company is doing well. It's got its largest order book currently. The profitability is higher. Merino Shelters was the main reason why this audit started from Sebi, and that is already been resolved. And we've in fact sold the asset and already recovered 70 crores, and the remaining almost 600 to 700 crores will be recovered over the next 4 to 5 years. So overall, with the shareholders, the trading, I don't see any issues. So I feel that it was to be done.
So Nikhil, first of all, thank you for coming in and answering to shareholders and investors. I think that's very, very positive, because management doesn't usually want to come and talk about when these things happen. So I'm glad that you're doing that first up. Secondly, it's not just about Merino, it's also what they're talking about in terms of round tripping and related party transactions. Can you shed some light on that? Because when you say that you weren't involved, but the management was the same, right?
Correct.
Your name has been mentioned, right? Because
yes,
I believe, yeah.
I was the director.
Exactly.
Yeah, yes. I've been the director, obviously, but I took over the complete operations in 2021. But nonetheless, the point is about the round tripping. Yes, there was money given off to the subsidiaries. It was in line with the erstwhile provisions of infrastructure, which we've already claimed also, if you read our reply to this. Sebi's obviously taken a counter review to it, which they are obviously free to, and we are free to do the legal remedy. All the money which was given has already come back in, including Merino Shelters. So we had given it to our subsidiary, and the money has come back. And even when we gave that money, it was given with interest. So as per the provisions of the law, it was done that way. Yes, we were not, consolidating Merino Shelters into Man Industries. That was because of the legacy issues between the brothers, the demerger and everything. So that call was taken by us on the basis of a court order. Sebi again took a counter review to it. And we respect it. End of the day, it's their view, our view. We will do the, whatever legal remedy it is, we will be going for the appeal. But it's been an overhanging issue since very, very long in the company. And we are glad it is, at least there is a next step to it, and we can move forward from it.
Were there any related party transactions at that time, Nikhil, and were they, as the order says, misrepresented?
No, they were not misrepresented. In fact, the related party orders were a part of the board meeting. They were given in the board meetings, AGMs, if you pick up the balance sheets and the AGMs, everything was represented. Also, the related party transactions had the interest provisions provided, and the interest also paid up. So there was not even and And in fact, the matter of fact that when this was adjudicated, everything was already paid off. So not only the principal, but the interest and the principal has come back into the company. And Merino is getting consolidated since FY 23-24.
But the allegation, the crux of the allegation,
Correct.
Nikhil, and I just, I think it's good to have transparency on this and understand what it is. The crux of the allegation was that Merino was not included in the consolidated financial statements because by doing that, the losses at a group level were being suppressed. That is at the core of the allegation, which I think we should address. You mentioned very briefly about a family dispute at the core of it. I request you to elaborate and explain this.
So basically, the family dispute when the demerger happened. So both the brothers, Ramesh Mansukhani, Jagdish Mansukhani, were into the dispute, and both were in the helm of the company that time. In 2014-15, there was a demerger which took place about MIIL and MIPL, Man Infra Projects Limited, and Merino Shelters had come to Man Industries. After that, the other brother started raising claims and everything, and that's why the matter has been in court. So it's basically companies got cleaned out, but because of the demerger issue, Merino was not getting consolidated. There was an order to that context. That's why we were not consolidating. It is a part of all the AGMs and the balance sheet, and the notes are there about it, why it is not getting consolidated. In fact, the matter of fact is that there was only 3 crore rupees differential if the Merino was also adjudicated and consolidated into Man Industries. Now, if you see the 10-year data of 10,000 crores of top line, 3 crores is a minuscule amount which doesn't make any difference whether it be on the profit or the loss basis. And interest of that is already been paid by Merino to Man Industries when it was done. So end of the day, it's a contrary view which was taken by Sebi, which obviously from their right, they can do it. But these are the absolute facts and the numbers which were represented in the order by us also. And this is the absolute fact of there was no monetary as such loss to the company, even if we consolidated it.
Okay. Nikhil, let's break this down. We're talking about the Sebi order which stated that you failed to recognize interest income on loans granted to MSPL, which you, I think, mentioned have already come back in terms of the interest. Okay. Yeah. Secondly, during FY 17 and 18, the loan of around 564 odd crores, the advance that was given to MSPL and was converted into a capital advance without any prior approval from the audit committee or disclosure as a related party transaction. That was giving the appearance of a disguised interest-free loan. Anything that you have reversed on that aspect?
Yeah, so first of all, it's not 576 crores, it's 56 crores.
Okay.
The company had bought a back-end office for moving the operations to Merino because it was a real estate asset and doing commercial business. And that time we had tied up for the commercial development with another developer. So company had bought an asset at that time, and that asset is been already changed and money is already come back into the company. So it was because it was a related party, we had bought the asset as per the current market rate, and accordingly, when it did not happen and all the issues happened, we cancelled that particular allotment to the company. We have reversed the money and money has come back into the company.
What about the equity shares of MSPL that were held by Man Industries? It seems they were pledged for the company's credit facilities, but such pledges were not disclosed in the financial statement of FY 19-20 and 2021, again violating the Indian accounting standard norms. So this was only about disclosures, or wasn't this something which was really necessary?
No, it was not about the disclosures. Like I said, Merino Shelter was fully disclosed of in all the balance sheets, including all the board meetings. And we have, like we said, we've submitted all the documents to that context. Yes, we were not consolidating Merino Shelters into Man Industries, and that was a call taken. And again, that is recorded in even the board and even in the AGMs. And post the Sebi audit, we took a conscious call of, yes, taking a call and, getting it consolidated. When we consolidated into Man Industries, by the way, we had to take from the opening book till the completion. So when Merino has got consolidated into Man Industries, any impact you would have seen it, which is not there. So why no one is questioning that if there was an impact, because when you do a consolidation, it is from the start till the end. So that has already been done since 2023. So there is no impact on the company.
Okay. My one question in terms of clarification is the intercorporate deposits and advances given in FY18 that were written off during FY20 and 21, again without requisite disclosures or compliance with Section 186 of the Act. If you would have a clarification on that, were they written off? And if so, why was that done?
No, there was no loan written off to any sister companies which money was given off. Under 186, we were allowed under the Infrastructure Act to lend to our subsidiaries. Even though we were allowed to lend and we have taken the call under 186 of the infrastructure company, they have not taken cognizance to that. And all the loans which were given as an ICD, all of them were recovered and recovered with interest.
Nikhil, what's been the feedback from shareholders? A couple of guys who are long-term investors of yours that I spoke to said that it concerned them. I'm sure you've been contacted by people as well. The stock price today fall says that there has been some exit that would have happened too.
Yes. Obviously, it concerns when the order is, though there is no financial impact on the company, the shareholders, it concerns, and that's why we are here to clarify and to give a clarification that it doesn't impact the company's day-to-day workings. It doesn't impact our growth plans. It is of the past of 2015 to 21. The compliance since then we have been up to date. We haven't got any compliance issues since 2021 till date. And we are keeping monitoring very, very close, and all the related party or any we have stopped completely since 2021. And this is to, interest more shareholders, and which we have seen over the last 2 years, with where we have reached from where we were. Today we are, the order book is the strongest, which was never been the case. We were always trading between 1,000, 15, 2,000 crores of top line. And today we have a 5,000 crore order book already in line. We have managed to, remove the assets which were not performing and generate that income as well into the company. And looking forward also, we will be doing the same. So yes, obviously this affects us, but it has been a long time overhang for the company as well. And by paying 25 lakhs and getting this matter disposed of and getting it over and done with, we can look forward now positively. So I think it was to be done someday or the other. It's happened today. It was supposed to happen someday. And yes, we will fight for our legal rights wherever we feel the order is not in our favor, and we will do the needful.
Which are the points that, you mentioned you have a difference of opinion with Sebi, and it's very interesting to see a difference of opinion with a regulator, right? Which are the points where you have a difference of opinion, number one? And number two, what is it that you're going to challenge and how?
There is a list of differences. I don't think it's the right thing to put it across on national TV. But there's whenever there is an order against you, there will be disputes, there will be differences, and which is very normal. I think that I will leave it to my lawyers to put it across and put the appeal in SAT. And we know where we have all the documentation, where we are strong, and we know that the paperwork which was disregarded and not considered by Sebi. So we will do the remedial act, and the remaining amount of the payment of 25 lakhs, which is inconsequential to the company's financials, we will do the needful and move ahead.
Nikhil, I just want to go back to something that you said earlier when you said that Sebi has said what it has, but you have a difference of opinion. My only question here is that this is the regulator. So it's not quite a difference of opinion. What are the next steps? And how keen are you to prove that some of the things which I've said on round-trip BIC and related party transactions are not really the case? How keen are you to pursue this legally? Because if it's just the fine can be paid and you can move on.
Correct. So we are definitely going to appeal whatever differences we have on the order. And we are very confident as we have all the documentation in place. most of the related party transactions which had been already squared off and which were with interest, and also we had taken the 186 under infrastructure was disregarded by them. These are the three major points. Merino Shelter was one of the major points for them, and which started the whole audit by Sebi, which has already been consolidated, which is again not being considered in the order, as it is a past, obviously, 2015 to 2021. But if for us, it's nothing to worry about because it's already been consolidated. There's no impact on the company. So I don't need to prove that because it's already part of the consolidation. The other facts which were disregarded by them, we have enough paperwork and we have this. So we will be doing the legal remedy, and hopefully soon I will come up and explain that once we get some positive order in that context.
Nikhil, who are the auditors during this point of time when these allegations have cropped up in the Sebi order, the time period thereof? Has there been a change in those auditors? Is there some feedback from your stakeholders about a need for further change in the auditors at all? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, so auditors have been changed already. And the new auditors, yes, there has been a certain feedback of upgrading and, from compliance point of view, from audit point of view, from internal audit point of view, which we've already done. We've, internally shortlisted high-ranking internal audit so that, all the compliances, and it's important, I think, in today's day and age, you need a very strong internal audit that, even we are 100% aware of what is happening. And if there is anything, we can stop it from day one. And I think this is something which we've been working towards. And very soon we will be appointing a very reputed internal auditor. And you will obviously hear about it. And we've been discussing this with our shareholders as well. And we are in line with, better compliances, better ESG, better auditors. So
Nikhil,
that,
Nikhil, sorry, if I may ask, in the interest of time, who are your current auditors currently, and who is going to be coming in as the new auditors?
M&A is currently, and the coming in is for internal audit firstly. So once they're appointed, we will.
Okay, but the external auditor, you're not going to change. I mean, you're happy with the current team.
No, external auditors we will change in the next year as well.
Okay.
Year and a half. Yeah.
Okay.
So we are already shortlisting because the tenure is over, and we want to keep someone reputed. So all these matters are behind us. So which is important for our internal compliance as well.
Okay. Sorry, Nikhil, the family dispute, which seemed to be at the core of what we saw with Merino, is that now resolved and put to rest?
The family issues related to the company, yes, but related to personal is still going on. Okay.
Now, I'm just trying to understand if this could have a bearing on the workings of the company in any manner going forward.
No, not really.
Not really. There are no conflicting stakes in the company or in the management of the company right now?
No, there isn't any stake of the opposite party in the company since many years now.
Okay. Nikhil, thank you for coming in and speaking to us at NDTV Profit. One last point from here.
Yes. Yeah. Nikhil, the last point that I have over here right now is all of this is the overhang that we're talking about. Now, let's talk about what's going ahead in the future, because you have big capacities that are coming up. Does this in any way affect your funding requirement? Because the expansion that you're looking at, and Neeraj already made a point where he's spoken to a couple of investors where they did think that this was a reaction. They expected some bit of negativity to come in, and it has come in as a shock to them. Will this anyway impact your funding needs?
So the funding has already been done for the existing projects. So whether it be equity raise or preferential raise is already been completed. And the debt portion from the banks has also already been done. In fact, these projects are at its final level of completion, and we should be operational in both the projects by Q4 2026. So I don't think there is any impact related to the existing CapEx projects. Regarding the shareholders' nervousness for the order, yes, every last 3 years, whenever I've met any institution or any shareholder, the first question has been, there is an Sebi overhang. What is they going to do? What are the penalties? What consequences? What financial consequences the company will come? Now that we've got the order and it's out there and it's a minor financial penalty, and we get to move on from this. And obviously, we have been improving our compliances of the last 4 years. I feel it's done. We have to move on, and we will do the needful, and we will grow. There is no doubt on that. We will grow, no matter what.
Yeah, Nikhil, once again, thank you for coming in and answering questions that we have asked. And all three of us have asked you questions that, anything that we can think that investors want to know. It's shown in the recovery in the stock price as well, while Nikhil Mansukhani has been talking to us. So we appreciate you coming in and giving transparency on what is happening. And of course, key highlights, Nikhil Mansukhani saying that they will challenge this legally as well. It's an overhang which is now out of the way as far as Nikhil Mansukhani is concerned and Man Industry is concerned. Thank you so much, Nikhil.